In this episode, we will talk about the differences in dating in the Philippines from few years ago. If you have been coming to the Philippines for the past few years, maybe 5, 10, 20, even longer, you have to admit that dating in the Philippines has dramatically changed. Things are no longer the same. Western American white guys are not the top of the pick anymore. Sure they are, but not for the better women. We are still number one for the married, previously having children, divorced, low-hanging fruit, as they still think Americans got a lot of money. I mean, we do, compared to the Filipinos. However, the younger generation no longer care about America like they used to. Also, coupled with the fact that money transfers have never been easier, and women no longer have to put any effort in order to receive any funds. Everything has changed drastically. Plus, you are no longer the young man you were at one point in your life. Many different reasons why the Philippines dating is no longer the same. And this sentiment has been voiced through a group on Reddit. Add Silent says, anyone else feel like dating has gotten much more annoying and difficult here just compared to even 2 or 3 years ago? CMDX says, this happened around COVID, at least for online dating. Way more girls online asking for money, flaking, and overall bullshitting. Poor girls online literally have no shame. First words out of their mouth is give me money, XYZ. Ditch the apps and focus on meeting middle class girls in real life and things will be better. Perhaps this will be true for some, but middle class women in the Philippines have no desire to be around retired, older aged males coming from the West. There is practically a stigma against us now, given what is going on in the Philippines. More and more people are coming here and dating younger women. Therefore, middle class people are a little embarrassed to be seen around with us. They tend to stick to their own kind and have no desire to meet any foreigner unless that foreigner is closer to their age, comes from a good background, and they did not meet online, per se. Perhaps through mutual friends, church, and other means. That is possible. But let's face it, if we were in that category, we will not be in the Philippines. Most of us are here for the easy women, because many women would still prefer us at our older age, mainly because of our money. And deep down we know this and don't care. And we tend to ignore it just to be with this woman. And we hope that somehow, over time, she gains love, respect, and admiration for us. It may be possible, but let's face it, it starts off with that green in your pocket. How big is your wallet? How much are you willing to give? Are you willing to support her, the family, and sometimes her extended family, the barangay, the chickens, the cows, the roosters, the dogs, the neighbor's cat, and the neighbor's rat? Does not matter. Everyone wants a piece of you and your pocket. Do not forget that. That is the reality of this country. Frozen One says, I think the so-called passport bro movement has a lot to do with this. In my social circle, 2 female acquaintances have been married to foreign men in the past 6 months. One accepting the proposal on a Friday after meeting on a Wednesday. The second after de-virginizing a 30-something American guy on his second week-long trip to the Philippines. The first was a Department of Education teacher. The second was a call center agent. Neither of these women were what you'd think of as desperate. It seems that there are quite a few guys coming here who want to waste no time finding their traditional wife, and I mean days or weeks, not months or years. As an early 40s Westerner working a job here with a stereotypical car and BGC condo, I am no longer the hot commodity I was 10 years ago. Yes, age has something to do with it, but the primary reason seems to be I'm a veterano and I'm not prepared to immigrate back to where I came from. As so many others are, it's beyond my ability to explain life here with the Western salary is an order of magnitude better and easier than earning the same in a big city in the West. So, a whole bunch of nothing, practically what we all thought already. Passport bro is what I came here to say, says Jarhead. Read the Reddit they have and it's insane what they are doing and what they intend is by coming to the Philippines. That is the other side of this whole dating online thing. Many of us, many of you, including myself, sometimes want to take the easy road. When we see someone, we just simply offer them money just to sleep with them. Perhaps not all the time, even on one or two occasions, but that just creates an expectation from the next time a female is in contact with a Westerner. They will remember the fact that they received a little bit of money for something they are expected to do for free with your new Westerner. Why? They would much rather have the money and do the deed instead of doing the deed and hoping that you find them interesting. So this creates a problem between different dynamics, different groups of people wanting different things, and everyone lying to each other. Essentially, that's what it comes down to. Discerning man says, when you go to the Philippines as a tourist, your behavior and overall vibe of you is different from when you're living there for some time. You may have more money, which makes you more confident and not afraid to spend, and your mentality is still foreign. You may not be worried about the overspending on unnecessary stuff because your time is limited and you want to have fun before going back to your old boring life. Let me stop there. That is an excellent point and fact made here by Discerning Man. This is why so many Filipinos ask you immediately, how long have you been in the Philippines? When did you arrive here? These questions are geared to understanding whether you are new to the country and think like a tourist, or if you've been here long enough and think like a local, and therefore they can see how much money they can get out of you. Do not forget this. Let's go back to the comment. He says, this attracts people and means you're also around people more often and leads to you believe that dating is easy. When you move and live here for some time, that changes. Places that you used to go to a lot may become less interesting, which translates to you going out less. You stop spending on unnecessary stuff. You may become more picky about who you date, where you go, what you eat, etc. Overall, your vibe and the way you think changes and becomes less positive or attractive, which may lead to you think that dating got harder. And then you start wondering how you can put minimal effort via dating apps, and you start coming across women who previously you wouldn't have minded spending on for unnecessary stuff, but now you do mind. And so you start getting this impression that dating has become harder compared to previous years. Just my theory, anyway. Damn, that was solid, says Backwards Tree. I think that happened to me, LOL. Yes, those points were excellent. I would say that is true, but also in combination with other factors which I've previously discussed on this channel. Women these days tend to put themselves above their actual value of the market because many simps are in their message boxes telling them how gorgeous and beautiful they are and offering them things that may or may not come true. So why would they accept your coffee date when someone across the pond is sending them $50 a week just to video call them? Why would they want a Starbucks coffee for $4 or whatever when they can get $40 from someone on a daily basis by simply video calling them and not meeting them? This is why they think they have boyfriends, but the reality is they simply have digital pen pals that like to send the money just to show a little bit of skin. These are the facts and the truths of this country. Let's read another. Let's read Itzkafla says, there's more hypergamy due to online dating apps and social media. Everyone is constantly on the lookout for something better. Also, there's less stigma around divorce, and divorce is much easier to get, in the West at least, regardless of who's at fault. Alimony and prenup laws no longer disincentive bad behavior like cheating. Culturally, people have changed. People don't stay in the same job for 2 decades anymore. They're not loyal to the same appliance brand or several years, and they're always monkey branching in case a better, smarter, richer, more attractive, young potential partner comes around. If guys like Kevin Costner, Tom Brady, and Brad Pitt can't maintain a stable marriage, Good luck to all the mere mortals out there. Also, big thing I've noticed in the Philippines at least is that there are many more young expats, 45 and below, living in the country and tourists on the apps. So, if you're a 25-year-old Filipina who specifically wants to date a foreigner to get out of Dodge, she now has a lot more younger options than she did even pre-pandemic, before the remote work boom, passport bro movement. A decade ago, a few of my Caucasian friends in their 50s, all the way up to 70, could easily get a woman's number at any shopping mall. Still doable, but they've got to get away from the main cities, where they're competing with young bucks now, at least for the higher quality girls. They don't even bother anymore in places like Makati or BGC. Facts. This is the reality of the Philippines. Remember this before coming here, that these other YouTubers, vloggers that tell you you can simply have your choosing of the women here, that they are misrepresenting the realities. You can have that if you go to the provinces, the poor areas, yet you'll be paying for it. So, is that really your girlfriend, or are you just paying for service and pretending that you're not? Let's be frank and honest. These are the facts of this channel. I do not want to say these things to hurt anyone's feelings. These are mere realities of this country and what you should be aware of if you want to sell everything and move to this country. It's best you have all the information that you need in order to make a wise decision. The best comment from yesterday's video is from USMC031189. $5. Super thanks. I appreciate this. Thanks for all you do. I'm addicted to both of your channels. Thanks. The Philippines facts and the Philippines truth are here to help men make the best choices. It may sound very negative at times if you simply just tune in and not hear everything I am saying, but believe me, I do have good intentions behind these videos. It's time for the worst comment of the day. The worst comment of the day is, what dating app are you using in your background of your videos? This is the worst comment because that is the entire point of these videos, not to look at the photos and to listen to the message. These websites should never be considered unless you are a few days before your trip and you want something quick and easy. And that's the point. You men that think that the women on these sites are even worth your time need to change your goals. And you have to understand, despite your age, your wealth, your income, and even your body shape, there are going to be women that do want you. You just have to find them, and most of the time, they're not on the dating sites. Forget the pretty pictures. Speaking of which, I got an email from someone suggesting I use live CCTV footage instead of the dating apps in the background of my videos. But I cannot use those videos since they are on a YouTube channel. I will get suppressed and they will close the channel again. I would like to change the background, as I'm sure some of you may be bored by looking at the same beat up faces over and over again, subpar women, and you want to see something different. However, I make these videos for 2 channels on a regular basis and cannot film my own for that long. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. Send me an email at thephilippinestruth@gmail.com because I need some background footage. As long as it is not from a YouTube channel, perhaps Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram, something long form, or like a live CCTV footage camera that I can use just on a regular basis, that would be great. And now, time for a catfish of the day. How do you go from this to this? Thanks for watching. God bless.